Hey! Hey, dumbo idiot! Can you see that I'm editing here? Can you see that? How you're interrupting me? But anyway, I'm here to say that this video that you're about to watch is a two-part video. I did that because the full thing is an hour and 20 minutes. So I don't think you want to sit through all that. I think it'd be much easier to have like two 40-minute episodes. So that's what I did just for you, especially you watching this, Jerry. I did it just for you and you only, and your supple cheeks. The ones upstairs, not downstairs. Oh, we're not at that point yet, Jerry. Don't do it. Okay. But anyway, this is part number 1. So if you want part number 2, you're gonna have to wait until Wednesday, you greedy bastard. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until then, because there's 75 videos in this tier list that I'm ranking. So it was guaranteed to be a long video, but I didn't think it was gonna be this long. So you're getting 2 parts of this video, because it's long as shit, and you probably don't want to watch it. So wait until Wednesday, and you'll get that second part. Sounds good? Alright. Have fun watching the video, everybody. Sup, guys? It's Nick, and welcome to the official Unus Annus tier list. I want to preface this by saying I'm allowed to do this because I am a professional. Hey, I did a song for #RipTheBarrel, so I am allowed, even though I wasn't picked in the thing, I am allowed to do this, and you are not. Me good, you bad. Good, bad. You're not allowed to make a tier list because you have not been approved by the official state of Unus Annus. So, that being said, welcome to the Unus Annus tier list. We're going to take all the videos that have currently been released, which I think it's like 75. I think it's 75. How many are there? Yeah, let me just select all of them. Yeah, there's 75. There's been 75 so far. So that's cool. And I'm counting the first video, the announcement video of Unus Annus. I'm counting that as one of them because it was one that they released. The countdown started in that video, so it counts. It counts. And also, I'm realizing now Unus Annus is gonna be weird because this year is a leap year, isn't it? So it's gonna kind of fuck up the schedule a little bit. So I don't know how that's gonna work. If they're not gonna post on February 29th, or if they're going to be done a day early. I don't know. Maybe they'll modify the clock, timer. Who knows? We'll just have to figure out. Also, I don't need these. I'm taking those off. Don't yell at me. I don't need them right now. I'm not listening to anything. I'm just making a tier list. So, of course, we're doing this in good old Photopia because, budget Photoshop, And I didn't want to make an account for Tier Maker, so we're doing this instead. So, we're going to start off with the very first one, which is really small here, but that's because I need to be able to fit them on. So, you can see a blurry rendition of this right here. So the very first video, it's cool, nice introduction. I'm not going to try and spend too long on each one, because like I said, there's 75 so far. So, I want to kind of go through this as quickly as possible, in order to not make this video 2 hours long. So, first video, very good, great introduction. Not a ton of content, but it is a classic. It's the OG, original, ganglioneurosis. So, I think, just for being the first video, I think we're going to put it in an A. Solid A. Because it's the start of everything. There's not a ton of content in there. There's a little bit. We got just a few little content nuggets. Actually, can you see it better if I zoom in versus... No, you cannot. Okay. You can't.
Hey, baby!
Shut up, phone. By the way, yes, if anyone's noticed a while, it's happened a few times. 10-minute power hour. I might stop this video to go watch that, but no, I will not. Get out of here, phone. No one likes you, except for me. And I don't know, someone else might if they're weird. Yes, my notification sound is the William Zeppeli from Phantom's Blood. It's my favorite soundbite from all of JoJo. Hey baby, it's so good. Alright, that was a quick little tangent, but the original video, Unus Annus, I'm going to call them by their titles. So when I say Unus Annus in this, right now I'm referring to the video. And when I'm referring to the channel, I'll say the channel or Unus Annus channel. When I'm referring to the video, I'll just say Unus Annus. Okay? So now that's out of the way, Unus Annus gets an A. Alright, next up, cooking, the first actual video, cooking with sex toys. This one, a great video. Great video. Lot of fun. Great comedy there with the guy showing up at the door right as they were eating with Mark has the gag in his mouth. Beautiful comedy. I love it. And a great concept as well. I mean, it's not the best video on Unus Annus, but it's really damn good. I'm going to also give that one a solid A. And I'm going to try and also limit myself, because if I really wanted to, I would just give all of these S's and A's, because I love all of the Unus Annus videos. There's not really a Unus Annus video that I don't like. Shut up! I told you to stop. But, you know, there are going to be some F's. There are going to be F's. I will put some in F. But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad. It just means that they're worse than the others. That's all that means, okay? So, next up, purging our sins with a neti pot. This one, I love this one. That's only like the second, really. It's so good. The thumbnail is amazing. This is just a screenshot from the video, which I'll talk about later. Like, they're judging thumbnails video. But this one, it's always great when a thumbnail is just a screenshot. This is a perfect example of that. This is an amazing screenshot from the video. Honestly, they probably did a little bit of like touching up in places with this in Photoshop and whatever, but amazing thumbnail. But just besides that, the video is great. A lot of great little comedy bits. It's funny because like the cooking with sex toys thing, it was like very clear that like the entire thing was a joke, which that's not always necessarily what you want. This one just had some really good spur of the moment bits. Real great. I think honestly that's getting an S. That's getting a solid S. Really good video. Really good video. Alright. Hot dogs. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one. Because on one hand, this video is really funny. But on the other hand, it grosses me out a whole lot. A whole lot. This is Ethan with all the hot dogs. Which is amazing. But, it was a good video. It was definitely a good video, but I don't know. There's just like the little funny moments in there. It's like I don't look at that the same way as I do like cooking with sex toys. I think just because of like gross factor and also not necessarily as funny, because a lot of time they were just like talking about like the MLE and like Joey Chestnut, which like not the whole time and actually not really that much of the time. But also this one is bigger than the rest of them. Why is that? Can we fix that? Why is this one bigger than the rest of them? I'm just going to shrink it a little bit. Alright. So, hot dogs is going to get a B. It's going to get a B from me. Funny, but gross. Real gross. Which sometimes gross is good, but in this case, it's not. It's really not. Alright, the making our own sensory deprivation tank. I think a little, I don't want to say overhyped because I don't really know other people's opinions on these videos. But, well, on them, like, for as a whole, most people like them. But, I like, on specific videos, I don't really know people's opinions on them. This one, I would say, not super great. Because, it's good. They're all, like I said, they're all good. I think I'm just going to stop saying, like, oh, yeah, it's still good. It's like, because, like, I could say that for every single one of them. So, it's alright. They're in the sensory deprivation tank. The main thing is, it goes wrong, and also they're trying to kill each other. But that's, like, the majority of Unus Annus at this point. So just judging from where we're at this point, like, when this video came out, it would be, like, a solid A. As of this point, I'm thinking closer to like a D. I'm thinking this is gonna get a D. Also, yeah, this is also a bigger thumbnail. Alright, we're gonna just make it a little smaller, I guess. We're just gonna just boop. Okay. So, yeah. Make your own sensor deprivation chamber tank. Is it chamber or tank? Does it matter? Probably not. It's getting a D. Alright. The good kind of cupping. This is a great video. It's pretty good. It's very entertaining. Very entertaining. Out of the cupping series, this one is probably my favorite. Just some good old fashioned fun. I don't really like the actual cupping video. It's all right. They're all good. The whole cupping series, the good kind of cupping, bad kind of cupping, worst kind of cupping, which we'll get to those right up next. But this is my favorite out of them. I would say the other two will probably tie, so I'll probably put them one lower than this. So I'll say for this one, I'm gonna give this one a B. Pretty funny, pretty good, lots of good fun with the cup stacking. Not the best video, but still good. B is average. Actually, no, C is average. So just about average. Alright, so like I was talking before, the bad kind of cupping. So this is when they do the actual cupping therapy stuff you can see in the thumbnail. Another one that's kind of gross, not as gross as the hot dog one to me, because just the thought of eating all those hot dogs is just fucking gross. And it's a different type of gross too. That's just ugh, all those hot dogs, and this is eh. It's almost more on the horror fear type of side versus just fucking gross. You know, when you say, oh, that's gross, the feeling that comes with that. It's that's more the hot dog video. This is more scary, and the whole thing with Ethan trying to pull them off. It's a good video, but I don't like it as much as the first one. I'm gonna bump it down one tier. I'm gonna put this bad boy in C. Put that in a solid C. Like I said, C is average. C is average. C is not a bad score. That's what, 75? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, now the worst kind of cupping. If we were to arrange these as far as tiers, I would probably also put this in C tier. But I'm going to explain it a little more. If I had to arrange them as far as tiers, I would probably put this one just ahead of the bad kind of cupping. Because, just like Mark's reaction, you can see in the thumbnail, that's really good. And there are some good bits in there. But I don't think it's good enough that it bumps it up to B. So for now, I'm still going to leave this one in C. It's going to stay in C right now with the other cupping video. And I just love the running joke of Ethan thinks cupping is the period shit. Oh man. Okay. Ethan will be kicked in the balls. Did that one go in here? No, it did not. Okay. This one, not great. Not great, honestly. This is probably one of my least favorite videos in Unus Annus. Because, it's good. It's a good video. The whole thing with Ethan going to the bike shop and pumping that up, I would say is, its best redeeming quality. But, just the whole thing of, you just know that, Ethan's gonna be kicked in the balls. Because, it says, Ethan will be kicked in the balls. It's the whole video. You're just waiting for Ethan to get kicked in the balls. So it kind of takes away from everything else. Because you're yeah, that's funny. But when's Ethan gonna get kicked in the balls? So it kind of takes away from the video in that sense. So I would say, because of the whole thing with Ethan pumping up his thing, that was funny. It was good. I'm going to give that an E. E for E Markiplier. Because that part was funny. The whole thing with them blowing up stuff. What did I say? That's going to go right there in E. Alright, doing each other's makeup in the dark. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's fun. It's a fun video. But it's not the funniest video. I would say the funniest part of this video is when they turn the lights on and Ethan is basically in blackface. That's kind of fun. It's half blackface. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But it's like, so the whole video, it's like, most of these videos have, like, good bits that stand out. And, like, that's how you remember that video from. This video, I don't really get anything in particular from this video. It's just kind of there. It's like, I do this thing every once in a while where I'm, like, go back through all the videos and, like, watch all of them again just to make sure that I have the memory, and it's just a fun time. Like, this one would be one of the ones that I would almost want to skip. This one I would almost want to skip. But something like bad kind of cupping, good kind of cupping, worst kind of cupping, that one I would totally watch. Stuff like that. So I'm going to put this one in F. This is an F tier video. As far as Unus Annus goes. This is not as far as all YouTube videos goes. I don't know if I explained this very well before. I'm comparing these compared to themselves. I'm rating Unus Annus videos based off of themselves, not off of YouTube videos in general, just off of themselves. So based off of themselves, doing makeup in the dark is F tier. Baby hands operation. I personally love this video, which that gives me the full right to put it as high up as I want. I love this video because, like Mark was saying, it's basically I'm Bread in real life, but even more annoying because it's real life. I mean, just watching them rage is fun, but it's like, this is like a different kind of rage, where it's not just like blind rage like in Mark's like Getting Over It or something like that, or like when I played Getting Over It. It's not really like that. This is more like a goofy type of rage, where it's like they're angry, but they're still like able to like goof and gaff. I love it. And at the end, he just smacks the thing, and the piece comes out. They're trying to get the whole time, and that's how the video ends. Oh, so good. So good. And I'm also trying a little bit to try not spoil. I kind of need to spoil them a little bit in order to like explain where I'm putting them, but I'm trying not to spoil too much because I want you guys to go watch them. So it's like, yeah, I'm telling you what happens, but it's like, it's better if you watch it because I'm not going to be able to explain it as well. So I'm going to put that in A. I'm going to put Baby Hands Operation in A. Great video, a lot of fun, just like the doing makeup in the dark. It's a lot of fun, but this one has extra funny elements to it, which just boosts it way up. Way, 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 way up. And just like the charm of this video is completely different from doing makeup in the dark. And also doing makeup in the dark, it's not a super original idea, which is like, you don't need to be necessarily original on YouTube, but like with something with Unus Annus, you're going to want something that's like fresh and new. It's like no one reacts to 2 Girls, 1 Cup on YouTube besides Unus Annus. Alright, Mark and Ethan Summon a Ghost. This one is close to doing makeup in the dark, except a little better, because it's got the horror element in there, which I like that. I like the horror videos. I think there's been like 2 solid like horror videos. Like technically they're still supposed to be like funny as well, but it's like there's been this one and then the one where Ethan goes in Mark's basement. We'll get to that eventually sometime in the future. Oh god, I've almost been doing this for 20 minutes. Holy shit. How many videos do we have on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Oh god, we have like 60 more videos to go. Holy shit, I need to go. This is gonna be a longer video. Okay. So, Martin and Summon a Ghost. I like the horror elements in there. At the end, the fucking, like, basically nothing happens, and then it just looks like they nut on some chopsticks. I saw a comment just saying, just like, basically, they summoned a ghost, they just nutted on some chopsticks. It was fucking hilarious. But, not a super great video. It's alright. It's, There's some entertaining things in that, but a lot of the time you're just, like, waiting for, like, what's going to happen at the end. That's how a lot of horror things are. You don't necessarily watch it for the process. It's more just, like, the end, like, being done with it. Not necessarily, like, oh, I want to be done with this because it sucks. But just, like, you want to see how it ends and what happens. So, like, less for the sake of being entertained and more for just seeing what happens. So I'm going to put that in D tier. I'm going to put it in D. Alright, 2 Truths and a Lie Waxing Edition. Amazing video. This video is great. Basically, you can see from the thumbnail, Ethan's turn. But this is basically just they wax each other's pubes. And it's amazing. Though I love the whole thing with going to wax Ethan's chest, and he's just a huge pussy for like 5 minutes. And that's 5, like, in video minutes. They were probably there for like 20 minutes in real life. Oh, God. And he's just there, and then he finally gets into it, and he's just like, oh, that didn't hurt. That's just amazing. I am putting Two Truths and a Lie Waxing Edition. We also, because of the Two Truths and a Lie, we get to learn some new things about them, which is kind of cool. If you don't know a ton about Mark and Ethan, you get to learn a little more from their stories. So I'm putting that in S tier. It gives us pretty much everything we want. Us little gremlin Unus viewers, where we get to hear more stories. We love our stories. We get to see waxing in pain and a lot of nice comedy bits because they get super scared of being waxed and they just improv shit. It's so good. Okay. Poopsie Sparkly Critters. I kind of love this video. I kind of love it. Because it's just at the beginning when Mark is showing, or Ethan is showing Mark the commercial, and at the end he just watches it and it's just so, like, discombobulated. He's just, like, thrown off, doesn't know anything that's going on. And by the end of it, he's just, like, so done with this shit. He's like Ethan's like, alright, you ready to go? He's like, yeah, let me get my shoes. Just, like, so just done with the world. And then through the whole video, just them being just so confused with the toys, which, like, I would also totally be confused, but I wouldn't be as funny. So I am going to, I kind of want to give this one an S, but let's do comparison. Is it as good as Neti Pot? Is it good as Waxing? Is it good as Neti Pot and Waxing? I'm gonna say yeah. It's as good as those two. So Poopsie Sparkly Critters going in S tier, baby. It's a pretty good one. And it's just the end. Mark has his last poopsie. He didn't open it. And he's just like, I'm just going to sign this and shit in it. And one of you is going to get it. And it's a curse. It's not a blessing. It's a curse. Alright. Play-Doh Thanksgiving. Awful. Awful as far as it's absolutely disgusting. At the end, just watching them eat Play-Doh. And when Mark opens his mouth, I almost threw up. Oh, man. And also, watching them make this stuff is not super entertaining. There is a funny bit from this with Mark, or they have all the Play-Doh together and he's just eat up. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good bit. But like, even that, like, didn't get, like, a super huge laugh from anyone. It was just like, oh, like, like, that was pretty funny. That's pretty good. And then after that, it was kind of over. So I'm going to put Play-Doh Thanksgiving. It's the first seasonal, like, holiday video. Because for Thanksgiving, it started in November. And because of that, it was kind of lackluster. It was more just like, hey, it's the holiday. So I'm going to put Play-Doh Thanksgiving in F tier. For obvious reasons that I already said. Helium Therapy. Oh my god, Helium Therapy. Helium Therapy is really, really good. Really, really, really good. I'm contemplating making an S+ tier for this video. Helium Therapy is so good. The entire video is so much fun. It almost feels like you've been sucking down helium and now you're high from all of it and you just laugh at anything. It's so good. There's so many good bits. The whole Abigail thing. And, like, Ethan's, his last story, like, the girl was actually named Abigail. And then, like, he slips up halfway through and calls her Abigail. And it switches to Sarah. Oh, my God. Such a good video. I don't think there's any debate about this, even a little bit. I don't think I need to contemplate this in the slightest. This is going in S tier. This is an S tier video. This is an S tier. S+. Honestly, if we're ranking them even higher, S+ for Helium Therapy. Helium Therapy is one of, if not my favorite Unus video. It is so good. Okay. So, drawing memes from memory. Drawing memes from memory. It's pretty good. It's really good. I do like it a whole lot. The whole thing at the end where Ethan draws this thing. This is supposed to be a troll face, by the way. I don't think you can actually see my mouse. Hold on. You know, why don't I turn that on just for you? Just for you. Blip blop. Can you see it now? Can you see it? I hope you can. Anyway, yeah, so this is supposed to be a troll face, if you didn't know. Ethan just like drew his own thing. It was pretty good. It was funny. They had some really funny moments, but a lot of it was just Mark dominating Ethan because Ethan can't draw anything, and it kind of takes away from it a little bit. I would say this would be an A tier if it was like better competition, because it's not like the god tier videos like Medipot and Helium Therapy. All right, one man, 100 accents. I love this video too. I mean, I love this one almost as much as Helium Therapy, but I don't believe it belongs in S. I think this one, because after a while it does get a little repetitive, but just from the concept you can tell this video is great. It's so good. In the thumbnail is amazing, and at the end when he's doing the Eminem thing, I forgot what the song is called, but it's a great video. I'm gonna put this in A. An AI predicts how we're gonna die. It's alright. Just like most of their videos, it revolves around them dying and wanting some sort of thing for their death. It's like this one, they're basically writing obituaries using an AI. Like when people like make those memes of when it's like, oh, we asked an AI to read 1,000 chapters of Harry Potter, and then it printed out a Harry Potter chapter. It's like that, and it's all right, and it gets pretty funny, but I would say it's not as good as One Man, 100 Accents. It's not as good as Baby Hands Operation or any of those. I would say I would give it. I honestly don't think it's even as good as Good Type Cupping or Hot Dogs. I'm gonna knock this down to a C. I'm gonna put the AI predicts how we're gonna die in C. Cause I don't know. It's kind of there. It's pretty good, but it's average. C is average. So that's where that's going. It has been 25, and no, it's been almost 30 minutes. Never mind, okay, it's been a long time. Alright. Mark turns Ethan into a mummy to prepare him for the great beyond. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good. There's a little bit of funny, but kind of like Mark and Ethan Summon a Ghost. You're more just looking for what's gonna happen versus looking for entertainment. It's like, although this one's almost worse, I wouldn't say it knocks it down to a tier. I think this one goes in D tier, but I would say you're almost looking for entertainment, but then you don't get it, and you end up just looking for what happens in this one. And it's just like the AI predicts how we're gonna die, where it's just about like preparing them for death, which is most of the videos. But I'm gonna say that goes in D tier. I think that's covering up that. Yeah. D tier. Alright. The Chubby Gummy Challenge. A lot of this video is just them doing a thing and shooting the shit and just talking about random things while doing the Chubby Gummy Challenge. And I kind of like that. I kind of don't like that. It's like the video doesn't really seem to be about the Chubby Gummy Challenge. It more just seems about random things that they're talking about, and I can't really remember the stuff that they're talking about. When I think of this video, I remember just by the end where Mark has eaten like more than 10 pieces of gum more than Ethan. Like he went way further than Ethan, and then his thing of gum only weighed 0.1 ounces more than Ethan, and that was pretty good. So I would say just them talking through it is good, but the fact that there's no like really good bits or anything like that, like not a ton of good stuff, I would say puts this in D tier. Because it's funny, but there's not anything super memorable. It's like this one isn't quite like doing makeup in the dark, where it's like not memorable in that sense. It's like you wouldn't really remember that they made this video, but then like if you went back and watched it, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all right. Next up, we buy a professional hypnosis video and react to it. Okay, this one, pretty funny. There's some. I always say this. There's good bits in there. There's good bits in there. I do like the whole hypnosis thing. I don't think it's their best video. I don't think it's better than One Man 100 Accents or the Baby Hands Operation. I don't think it's better than those. I would say, like the hypnosis thing, they've done like 2 big things with hypnosis now. One of them got in trending. I think the newer one got in trending, which was neat. But this video, pretty good the whole time. They were just, it's pornography. It's straight up pornography. Oh man, pretty good. Pretty good bits from that one that I remember. I think that puts it at a solid C. Solid C grade. Nice and average. Alright. Mark and Ethan attempt to escape room. Amazing. Really good. The whole thing, I think this is their second longest video. I think it's like 25, which I think the longest one is 26, which that's weird. I think that's the one where they make a doghouse for Chica. I love escape rooms, personally. I've only done like 2 or 3. But I really love escape rooms. I love seeing people do escape rooms. It's not something like I actively look for, like on YouTube, but it's like, I do love seeing escape rooms. And like, this is cool. It's really cool. And like the whole thing, I just love the idea that like they have like all the actors there and they're just totally just fucking with them. It's like, it's kind of mean, but it's also funny. So I'm going to put escape room at, I hate to put it at S. I'll give it an S. I think we have some more later that are coming that are not as good. So I think those ones will sit happily in lower tiers. Maybe not happily, but they'll sit in there and they'll deal with it. A bunch of pussies. I am a penis. Mark destroys Mark's. Ethan destroys Mark's van with a bat. Not Mark destroys Mark's van or Mark destroys Ethan's van, because Ethan doesn't have a van, I don't think. Probably doesn't. I don't even know if he has a car. But I don't like this video because I'm not super into destruction and stuff. I don't think that's very cool, and I don't like anyone getting punished. The whole thing of like only Mark gets punished and Ethan doesn't, that's kind of funny, but I don't know, just seeing like the barrel get destroyed, and it's like there's some funny things in there, but it's like for the most part this is just a sad video. It's just sad. And I don't like being sad. I like being happy all the time. You guys know that, right? You guys know I like being happy. So I'm putting that in F. It goes in F tier because it made me sad. Made me sad to see Barrel go. So, F tier. F tier on Barrel video. Because I don't want it to go. It was not its time. Alright. Next up, There's Still Hope. This one, just a good old announcement video. This is the announcement for the hashtag Rip the Barrel thing where we made songs. I did a song for that. It was like a play. I mentioned it earlier. It was just like a play off of the I Don't Want to Be Free. So it was kind of fun doing that, but just judging off of the video, It's just an announcement. It's kind of boring. They said some dumb shit about, like, oh, the barrel's gone, whatever. F tier. F tier. The announcement ones go in F tier. Because it's not real content. It's just an announcement. They go in F. Alright, Ethan gives Ethan gives Mark a Viking funeral. This one, I don't know. There's something about making something and just being fucking awful at it that's funny. And there's another thing about it that I hate about and it makes me upset. Which, kind of like the Chubby Gummy challenge. It's like, it splits me right in half. It's like, I don't know where to put this. However, it is a little bit more memorable than Chubby Gummy. And it's like, I think it's a good balance, honestly. I was saying it before, but I think it's I was talking different before, but I think it's honestly a good balance between absolutely sucking ass at making anything and just, like, being funny. So, I think this is gonna get, a C. It's a good average video. It has to do with them preparing for death, which is the majority of videos on Unus. Get ready for more of those. We're going to get more. Don't even worry. We're going to get them. You don't even have to want them. You don't have to ask for them. You don't have to want them. We're going to get them. So, it's average in that respect. Just like, oh, they're preparing for when they're going to die. Yeah. Alright, whatever. That's par for the course at this point. The Great Meat Mistake. Pretty good. It reminds me of Markiplier Makes. And it just goes to food challenge. And it's like they don't have a recipe. They're just going at it. This is really just Markiplier Makes. But without Tyler. Which, I think they would have been cool if they had maybe invited Tyler on. That would have been fun, maybe. Because it's like, Tyler's cool. Tyler's a cool guy. I miss him. But, actually, no. Because I was going to say, oh, it's supposed to be like a Mark and Ethan thing, but then we get to like later stuff where we have Sean coming in there. Yeah, I'd say good video. Very good video. Kind of gross looking at Ethan's weird potato salad seafood concoction of a sausage. But just them like fucking around and everything. I'm going to give Great Meat Mistake an A. It's an A-tier video. It's pretty good. It's real funny, haha. But it's not as godly as the other videos. Which it's like, I'm not saying Unus is the best channel on YouTube. But it's the best channel on YouTube. What if this channel is so good that it deletes itself because of how good it is? Alright. Acupuncture is not painful. I'm having a hard time speaking. Don't mind me. Or do mind me, because I'm the only person here. So you kind of have to. You kind of have to mind me. You don't have a choice. You really don't. This one's cool. It was their first one of, like, them going out. And that's not true. They had an escape room. Never mind. I'll scratch that. It was completely unoriginal. But it's, like, the first one where they have... It's, like, a single, like, person that, like, they go out and see, and it's, like, a specialist, and they do something for them. Because, like, the escape room thing is just, like, a team of people. The rest of them is just, like, them being in their houses doing stuff. But, like, this was the first one. Like, they went out and, like, met with a specialist and, like, did that. Other ones like that. Well, the floating in the sensory deprivation chain, the real one, which is the next one, it's kind of like the escape room one, where it's just, like, a corporation that's doing it for them. It's, like, there were a few people that showed up, but it's, like, it's not really the same as this. Other similar ones, like I was talking, I know there were more. Oh, come on. I can't find them. There were more recently. This is definitely more of a recent thing. They did that one, and then they've done more recently. Yeah, okay, so, like, they went casket shopping, and that one was like that. They went salsa dancing, which was, yeah, that was just like that. The cryogenically freezing themselves was like that. And hiring a hypnotherapist. Yeah. All of those, like, they go out and they see someone versus something where it's like they're going out somewhere, but it's like it's like a group of people, like a corporation, like they're not meeting with like a specialist. So that would be like I know there was hold on. Yeah. Okay, so like the being inanimate objects to death at Rage Ground, and then I was talking before about the floating a sensory deprivation tank, and then the escape room. Yeah, those ones it's more just like them going out somewhere. The other ones it's like more them meeting with a specialist of some sort. So as the first one of those, it's all right. The whole thing marketing as many needles as he possibly can. It's pretty good. More, more. I'm gonna put this at a C. As the first, like I said, as the first one on the meeting of the specialist, it's a good baseline. It's good. Like, hey, like that's a thing that happened. Yeah.